Hello and welcome to a special bonus episode of the Maritime CEO Leader Series powered by Ocean Technologies Group. Today, as you probably all know, is the Day of the Seafarer, and in the 10 years since the IMO created this special day, there can never have been a more important moment to celebrate, thank and highlight the achievements and sacrifices made by crews the world over. Today, in this rather special episode, we're headed to Panama and the 4,258 TEU Luna Maersk container ship. And we'll be hearing from a remarkable lady, Captain Beate Stelzer, someone who, aged 40, decided to quit her job as an intensive care nurse and start a career at sea. 11 years later, she took command of her first ship. Here is her story. Beate, thanks so much for joining us. Now, let's start, if I may, by getting you to explain why you made this career switch when you did.
I decided to change my career from a nurse of intensive care and anesthesia to become a captain on a commercial vessel because I always wanted to do another complete different job in my life. There are so many interesting jobs you can do. Why doing only one?
Now, let's face it, you are an extraordinary rarity, a woman captain. What more could be done to get women up to a senior level on board ships, would you say?
Yes, you need to bear down old standards and prejudices against women in technical jobs. You have to deliberate supporting women as a company target. And you have to make the job more family friendly, for example, with shorter contracts. Many women taking care for children and elderly people, so make it them easier to come back to a job. You need to think these very much new.
Now, finally, as I know you've got the stress of a canal transit to attend to, just how challenging has the COVID crisis been for you and your crew?
It is a big challenge until now. The crew has to stay very long time on board, extends their contracts very much, several months. Instead of 3 months, they are 6 months on board. Instead of 5 months, there are 8 or 9 months on board. Uncertainty to get relieved or not makes some of the crew depressive or aggressive. Some are able to deal with this better. But all of these, you need to take more communication and have more time for your crew. No shore leaves over several months now, so this is always, you see only the people around you, always the same faces, always the same noises, same voices. You hear there is not so much other input than that what you have on a port during cargo loading and discharging. This is after a while very boring. You can make barbecues or sport games, but it makes it after a while not really better. Another big challenge is the medical assistance. Many countries is it not anymore possible that a crew member can go ashore to a doctor, because we still have to deal with normal sickness or job-related accidents on board. And these, not to have the chance to see a doctor, just to have a radiomedical advice, for example. But this makes the crew very much sad and you feel forlorn after a while. Especially for me, was it really sad to see as a former nurse that this is not anymore possible to send my crew to a doctor. Humanity getting lost by this.
Thank you so much for your time, Beate. I wish you a smooth sailing, and to you and all seafarers, wherever you might be, a swift and safe return home. For all the latest crew news, do check out our specific tagged Seafarers page on Splash. We're going to be taking a short break before returning later in July. In the meantime, stay sane and sanitized, everyone. Thank you.